Hi, everyone. It's Meg, and
Courtney.
yeah, we're both here today. We're excited to be touching base with you guys today and a little bit the topic that we want to discuss today because it seems to be coming up quite often lately that, for a long time that we've been in the industry now almost 6 years. We never really had anyone in the area that we honestly competed with. So, although I don't like the word competition, but also I think a lot of people are wondering, where to start or how do you know the type of med spa to go to or where you should be investing and how do you weed through, now there's eight hair salons on the corner. Where do I go? Or now there's, multiple med spas in the area. Who do I go to? So I think we just wanted to share our thoughts on what we think is the best way or how to help people decide where to go. Obviously, Meg's Med Spa is the best.
The
Yes,
best.
but we also are always sending people to places that don't do things we do as we love to support everybody around us. So the first thing we were kind of talking about, Courtney, you had brought up a good thing that, first and foremost, one of the things to consider when picking a place.
Experience.
Yeah. What do you think your thoughts are on that?
So, for most people, well, I shouldn't say most people, but a lot of people have never had an experience with a med spa. They might not even really know what a med spa is.
Right.
So, in terms of experience, you want to make sure that you're going to someone that has been in the game for a while. Um, it's always good to support new people too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
We all started somewhere, but you have to keep in mind that even, Botox and fillers and all of that, it is medication. It's
Yeah, people forget that it's not just like fluff and fun and makeup. And you're right, like anyone can throw the word med spa on their building. What does that mean? What do they do in there? Not every med spa per se even offers the same thing. So I think it's definitely important to, if you're Googling med spa near me, actually see, are they an active med spa?
right. Because I don't know about you, but I've heard so many people come in and tell us, like, oh, I was at a party and, there was this girl there doing our Botox. And I'm like, oh, like, where was she from? And she's like, I mean, it was just like a friend of a friend that
Yeah.
got it from online.
I heard the last one I heard was a woman who was doing it in a neighborhood whose husband was a veterinarian, so he could legally order the Botox, and
Oh,
so
God.
she was injecting her friends in the neighborhood. Um, and we had the one who was getting it on the black market, and injecting herself with the filler.
Yeah, lip filler.
Yeah,
That is
and
terrifying.
those are definitely more to come stories. We could write a book, literally, but yeah, I think it's important going back to the experience. Everybody starts somewhere, but when you're talking about your face, your skin, your body, and things that could make permanent changes, good, bad, or indifferent, you definitely want to ask all the questions when you go there. Number one, it's super important to me that it's a free consultation. You should never be paying for advice. You should also never feel like you're being pushed or sold. You should be able to sit down and say, I want to talk about this 7 times before I'm in that chair confidently wanting this. Nothing should ever be about the money for the business. It should be about what's best for your face. So I think the consultation is super important. And then as far as experience too, like ask them, how many faces have you done? How many lips have you filled? How many cheeks have you done? Have you ever had to deal with an emergency? Have you ever had to dissolve someone? Do you know how to dissolve if you were to dissolve, or would you be going to Google? You hear about people getting filler in someone's house at a party and they don't have dissolver on hand. That is
Mhm.
extremely dangerous. Um, you know, we've been doing this for quite some time now, so we can say that. We have an extreme amount of experience here with backgrounds in more in the beauty industry and wellness industry than just the med spa that brings to the table. But we also continue our education and have had many hours of education and traveling and conferences and different things, that we continue to keep ourselves afloat on. It's just changing so fast. The industry is hard to keep up with. So when you go someplace new, they're still trying to weed through it just as much as you are.
Yeah, always new treatments coming out, like new products,
Yeah.
so many different things. But also, I think in terms of experience, you can kind of tell when you're getting a consultation that they have experience when they're the ones directing you where to go. So, we always have people come in and say, like, oh, my nasolabial folds drive me nuts. And an unexperienced provider might say, okay, yeah, I can fill those no problem. Whereas in reality, cheek filler would probably benefit you more because it would, lift your cheeks and
Sure.
help soften your folds. I was just having a conversation with my client like 10 minutes ago about
Yep.
this.
The
So,
facial,
yes,
rather than just saying, okay, you're here for tax, we're going to do, we're going to just, you have to look at the face as a whole. They, like exactly what you're saying, they come in with one problem and don't realize to fix that problem, it's going to take something totally different than what they thought. But that takes an experienced provider to know. You're absolutely right.
right. And honestly, like, I feel like when you go into a consultation, they should lay out all of the tools in their toolbox that they have to help you
Yep.
versus you coming in saying,
Them what you
I
need.
think I need this, I want this, and them just saying okay because, they could take your money for that when
Yeah,
you might
and
not
I
even
like
really
that
need
we
that.
also like work in a budget for them. Like I like to know, you can get as crazy as you want. We're Lake County, not Hollywood. So walk into, I love plastic surgeons, but when you're going to go into a plastic surgeon office, you may walk out with a mommy makeover quote, and you just thought you were going in to get rid of your 11s. And
Right.
suddenly I'm like, oh, I have a lot of problems that I didn't realize I had.
Right. Like, oh, I didn't notice I was unbalanced.
Right.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, totally. So I think experience is important. Finding out how long they've done it, how many faces have they touched, when were they trained, have they only injected the people that work there or their friends, um, and then in doing your research online. So one of the other things is look at the reviews. We talked about that. Obviously, we're really proud we have 5-star reviews. If there is a negative Nancy in the bunch and somebody has one-off bad review, well, welcome to the Karens of the world. But doing your research as far as reviews, do they have a ton of reviews in the last month, or are they all, over the last 6 years spread out? What are people saying in general? How they feel when they're in the place? I think reviews and pictures speak a lot for themselves.
Definitely.
I think we also talked something about like the environment, which is important, and that piece I think comes mainly from our clients who have told us, we ask every new client, how'd you hear about us? Most of the time it's refer from a friend or Google or different things, but I think the coolest part we always hear is that nobody wants to leave when they come here.
Right. They're like, I could just stay here and hang out all day.
Yes, and so that feels awesome to feel like people enjoy being here. It doesn't feel medical. That was definitely something after being in the hospital for 17 years. I didn't want it to feel medical. It's already intimidating enough to walk into these places for a lot of people that haven't started this journey yet. So
Mhm.
the last thing you want to do is already walking in feeling like lesser than
Yeah.
or feeling like you don't even know what they're talking about. So I think the environment is also key to knowing your own personality. There are people that want it to feel very medical. I've met a
Right.
lot of people that will only go to physicians as
Mhm.
if they're the ones that they trust. So depends
Right.
on the person, I think.
Yeah, in terms of environment, all the time, like you said, people feel like it feels homey here.
Yeah.
You walk in, you're greeted at the front desk with a smile, and we always have music playing and like candles burning, and you know, it's
Well,
a
our fake candles, not
right,
our luminous candles.
right.
But yes, it's the vibe.
So it, you never want to walk in somewhere and, like you said, feel intimidated or like a number.
Yes.
And I think even when you're going in for a consultation, you can kind of feel out the vibe there. Like,
Yep.
do they really care what you have to say? Are they listening to all of your concerns? Or is it just quick, doctor pops in,
Going through motions.
so what do this is what you need, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we'll see you
Or the
next
other thing I
time.
hear a lot is people say, "Well, I drove to this place to see this injector that's well known and never saw them. Went and saw and
Right.
was treated by someone else." Um, we all see each other's clients here, which I love. That I would say most of our clients have met all of us at some
Mhm.
point. And yesterday, somebody was saying, "I literally love every single person I've met here."
Yeah. I hear
Um,
that like at least once a week. I
yeah, and
mean,
I just
multiple
love that
times a week.
people are comfortable going to, they know they're going to get consistent message from all of us and they're
Mhm.
comfortable with all of us. I think
Yeah.
that's really important when you have, when you have a practice where messages are being delivered differently or when you're not there. I love that I trust everything that's coming out of all of your guys' mouths. So, yeah, I think that when you want to know, hey, where's the best place to go? I would not be listening to a Facebook post on where's the best place to go for this stuff because that's kind of a popularity contest, and it could just be their friends or people are telling you to go there and they've never even done aesthetics themselves.
Right.
So that's always
Or have never
TBT.
actually been there. They just
Never
said,
been
"Oh,
there.
go respond to this
Yes,
post."
never have even done the injectables themselves, and they're saying, "Come see us." So
Mhm.
I think it's all, you just have to be a little bit smarter and weed through social media, because we all know social media can be a little bit misleading and fake and phony at times. So just do your research, and I'm sure at the end of that research, you guys will realize this is the place to be.
Yes.
So
Oh,
anyway,
and watch out for Groupons.
oh, somebody told me yesterday we were on. They like Googled us, and I had like a coupon on there. I would never have that.
You're
So
like, "That's not real."
yeah, I said, "Oh my gosh, I got hacked." So yeah, you definitely get what you pay for, and we know that. We're not Hollywood, but at the same time, pretty proud of our knowledge and expertise and what we bring to the game. So just don't go where you're going to get that discount deal and you're always hopping from provider to provider. You don't have consistency. You never find, it's kind of like your hairdresser. You don't stick with the same
Yes.
one, you're never going to find the one for you kind of thing, or the one who knows your what you like, what you don't like, and
Right.
stuff. So that is our message for today. We have got to hop off now and go treat some clients. The last little thing I wanted to bring up, I am gone down a rabbit hole now on Love is Blind. I'm not very proud of that. It's like my guilty, just pleasure because every time it's the same thing. Have you
That's
watched it?
that's the one like reality TV show that I actually watch.
Have you seen all the seasons?
I I'm not caught up on the newest one.
Okay.
I got to maybe like episode 5 with
Okay. Well, then you're almost caught up because they haven't launched the second half yet. It's
oh,
like, they launch until I think they go home.
yeah, they're still in the pod, so
Okay.
I'm
Well,
not that far.
I'm telling you, there are so many things. First of all, Dave's sister, is it Dave? Dave's
I'm
sister.
so bad with the
He just,
names.
everything. I mean, he needs to marry his sister. That would have been a red flag. And then, who's the one with the long hair?
What did
Oh,
James? Is that
James
what
or
you said his
Joey?
name? That hair, I'm sorry. The hair has to go. I know it's all about,
Love is blind
it's
for
not
it.
about the way you look, but
Well, maybe she can cut it. She can't. What she can't do is change his voice. I mean, I
yeah.
hate my voice. Trust me. But listening, I just thought, oh, this poor soul. It is so. It's really. I mean, it's really. It's really something.
Well, it's about the inside, Meg.
Yeah, you're right.
We
Love is
can't make
blind.
fun of his hair and his voice, okay? He's probably a really nice
Hey, you're the one who
guy.
said cut the hair.
I know, I
Well, Dave needs to marry his sister and I think that Lauren. I saw somebody had done like a reel and put Dave and Lauren to Pam and from The Office. Who was the guy in the scruffy guy, not Jim, but the one that my God, why am I drawing a blank? He had the crush on her and he worked like in the
I've never
anyway.
watched The
They looked
Office.
exactly the same and they put it to the music. It was really funny. He was pretty much not the guy she runs off with. So these poor people. Although we're just as vulnerable as them being on here. So
Yeah.
Joey, James, wherever you are, I take it back.
Yeah,
I
we
hate
love
my own
you.
voice. Yeah, keep the
We're proud
voice.
of you for going on Love
Actually
is
grow the
Blind.
hair.
Keep it
Keep it
growing.
growing. You're
Let it
right.
let it just grow as long as
Oh,
your heart desires.
yes.
Oh, he did. Oh, okay.
What?
Now I feel like an a-hole.
He cut it?
He's growing it out to donate it.
Oh, okay. All right.
I
Well,
forgot about that part.
okay. Well, you know what?
I
We
take it
take it
back.
all back.
Karma. Karma.
Yeah.
It'll get me, but
All right. Well, maybe second half, we'll love him.
yeah. We'll come back. We'll wrap back around to this.
Yeah.
We'll see how
All
that
right. Stay
goes.
tuned.
All right, guys. We
Have a good
will
day.
see you next
Stay kind. Stay healthy. Stay warm. Stay beautiful.
time. Love you.
Bye.